All right, they are finally here. ChocZero's no sugar added baking chips. Now, I know they are called baking chips, but I don't discriminate. I don't need to bake them to be able to eat them. People have been loving ChocZero chocolate for quite a while now, and now they're releasing chocolate chips, changing the game. You can add these to your baked goods, or again, like I said, just eat them. And we have two varieties. So we have the milk chocolate ones on the left, which are going to be similar to their normal milk chocolate bars. And on the right, we have white chocolate, which is kind of rare for them. They have white chocolate dipping cups, but no white chocolate like bars or anything. So that's really cool. All right, let's take a look at the milk chocolate chips first. This is 6 grams of total carbs minus 5 grams of fiber, and that's from soluble corn fiber that they use in most of their products, for a total of 1 gram net carb per 60 little chips, and that's 14 grams, and I'll show you what the chips look like in a bit. Really, that's the biggest thing. There's no protein, and then the fat is at 6 grams, with 3.5 grams saturated. So that, again, a lot of that is going to be from the whole milk, but more so the cocoa butter. Now for ingredients, we have the milk chocolate, which is just unsweetened chocolate, cocoa butter, and then that whole milk powder. That's where probably the 1 gram of sugar comes from, the whole milk powder. You got soluble corn fiber, to kind of, for texture for one, but also to kind of balance out the sweetness of the monk fruit extract, that is used as a sweetener. You got sunflower lecithin, which is an emulsifier, and then you got to have that vanilla bean over there, and that's pretty much it. And then now let's take a quick look at the white chocolate. Very similar, 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram net carb. But this one has 1 gram of protein, so I think there's a little more whole milk powder probably. But the main ingredient is cocoa butter. Then you have that soluble corn fiber, which accounts for that 6 grams of dietary fiber. Again, whole milk powder, sunflower lecithin, all the same stuff as the milk chocolate. So the other one just has some cocoa in it. All right, and this is what those chips look like normal chocolate chips. I'd say they're just regular size. The white ones look a little bit kind of bigger, the actual chips. I'm not sure if they're using different machinery or not, but shouldn't make much of a difference at all. And we also have our handy dandy scale. So this is 14 grams. This is how much a serving is. And I'm gonna dump these out here so you can kind of get a picture. And here is that 14 grams of each dumped out, so you can kind of get a feel for the size. And yeah, I mean, that little handful there is 1 gram net carb. Pretty awesome if you ask me. So I just tried some of these. The texture is kind of like waxy. It literally reminds me of candy corn that you get for Halloween. It has a very similar taste, very similar texture. Not so much melty, but kind of waxy, if that makes sense. Tastes really good. And then had a couple of these guys as well. You get that similar, again, waxier texture. So not so much like a Hershey Kiss, but almost kind of like, it tastes almost exactly like the candy Whoppers, but not, without the crunch, right? So just the taste of the chocolate. It has and texture is that waxy taste, very nice and sweet. Rather than, I would say, rich. Again, yeah, the white chocolate ones taste a lot to me like candy corn. They don't taste like your Hershey's cookies and cream white chocolate bars. So that's just something to note. And the milk chocolate ones definitely taste like the milk chocolate portion of the Whoppers candies. All right, so that was just a super quick look at ChocZero's baking chip products. I think they go really well on their own, kind of as like something you snack on. Or I think if you melt them down and add them to desserts that call for them, that's a really great use as well. As far as adding them to cookies, I'm not as convinced. For the milk chocolate ones, I think, maybe they're a little too milky. You might want something more chocolatey, a little darker. And for the white chocolate ones, they're they're not like as rich for like maybe a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. I think for the white chocolate ones, actually, you could probably add them to like a trail mix with nuts, and they would go pretty well there because they're kind of like, you know, yogurt chips in a sense. But either way, you work with what you got to work with, and I'm really glad these products exist. You know, they could be a game changer for this product category. So go out, check it out, let us know what you think. I think these are really two great options.